In today's discussion, we're going to cover our Writer Dashboard. Our Writer Dashboard is broken down into three sections. We have the Servicewriter Toolbar, which runs left to right at the very top. We have the Quick Launch Bar, which runs top to bottom. And then we have Work in Progress and Estimates in Progress windows. Let's go ahead and start off with the Servicewriter Toolbar. We're going to talk about the history icon. The history icon allows you to search for previous customer work or saved estimates. You can even search for vehicle information from the history window. The history window provides you a couple of different ways to search for this information, such as name, phone, or zip. You also have license, VIN, and fleet unit number available for search as well. To the right of that, we have work in progress and estimates in progress. There will often be times where you find that the work begins to fill up in either ROs or estimates, and you may not be able to see all the information in these windows without scrolling. So the need for maximizing these windows will become much more prevalent. But to bring focus back to any window that is not displayed currently, you just simply need to click on the icon. Watch what happens when I click on estimates. Clicking on estimates will bring that back into focus. But if you're comfortable with the standard default view of our writer, just simply go to Windows, Work in Progress, use System Defaults, and that will bring back that vertical look that is default while our writer is first installed. Of course, you can also save your own looks by saying you save my settings, which will allow you to customize the different looks that you have within the dashboard. Moving over to the right, we have New RO and New Estimate. This allows you to create new ROs or new estimates by searching for existing customers or creating new customers. To the right of that, we have Phone Quote. Phone Quote is unique as it doesn't require any vehicle or customer information to create. If I simply click on Phone Quote, it will generate a new quote, which will allow me to begin to give a customer an estimate without the need of customer information or even vehicle information. This is particularly useful if you are doing a tire quote for a customer. Phone quotes are also deleted each evening. To the right of Phone Quote, we have Parts Invoice and Parts Estimate. This allows you to generate a parts-only invoice or estimate if you are selling parts to a customer. To the right of that, we have our Quick Parts menu. This allows you to search your inventory without actually having to go into inventory. One quick note about Quick Parts, you will need to either have a description or part number in mind to be able to utilize this. Simply type in the part and click enter, and it will begin to populate your inventory searches. To the right of the Quick Parts menu, we do have a calculator. It's a rudimentary calculator, but it does launch the Windows 10 calculator that is default in Windows. To the right of that, we have Scheduler. Now, Scheduler, we have done several videos on this before. We're not going to go into detail on Scheduler because we can make a whole separate video about that. But Scheduler allows you to essentially book out appointments for your customers in advance and manage the workflow of your store. It's a very powerful utility, and I would highly recommend you check out our other webinars that we've done previously on the Scheduler itself. The notes section here allows you to leave notes for your service writers. You can put down quick notes of what happened today. If you're not going to be in the next day, this is useful and handy so you can communicate with your employees while you're not actually in the store. The Post AP, this is a shortcut to access the Post to AP icon. That's Post to Accounts Payable. This tracks any transactions or purchases you make for parts that belong to a customer's vehicle. To the right of that, we have our Writer time clock. If you are utilizing our time clock to track your employees' payroll, you'll need to either click on the icon for time clock or select Control-J. To the right of that, we have our daily sales summary, also easily accessed by clicking F7 on your keyboard. This showcases all of the open repair orders that are currently in our writer, along with any work that has been finalized for the day. To the right of that, we have our DVI Suite icon. This is one of those optional icons. If you do not have the DVI Suite license, you may not notice this icon in your system. DVI Suite is our mobile application. We've recently done a whole suite of series on our webinar about DVI Suite. Again, highly recommend that you go check those out if you want to know more information about the DVI Suite and learn about the DVI Suite Command Console. Okay, let's talk about the quick launch menu on the left-hand side of the dashboard. That's this area here. The very first section here that's broken out is the repair guide. The repair guide can often be customized, and you can often have multiple repair guides within this section here. As you can see, we have All Data Connect, Identifix, and Moto Logic. Each of these are third-party vendors that produce these products, which do require a separate subscription for. Beneath the repair section, you will find the catalog. The very first item in the catalog section is Smartycat. Smartycat is our web-based application that allows you to look up to 10 suppliers without the need of clicking on multiple applications to search for parts availability. Beneath Smartycat, you will find service intervals. Service intervals allow you to pull factory schedule maintenance intervals. Beneath that, you will find Napa ProLink. This is a separate catalog outside of Smartycat, which allows you to shop your Napa store or warehouse. Beneath that, we have a NextPart application. Now, there are multiple vendors that can utilize NextPart, so this is one of those that will be typically a la carte, depending on what vendor utilizes this connection type. AC Delco, again, is going to be dependent on the vendor, but it operates in the similar capacity to NextPart. Motorcraft, eCounter, and Turbo Parts, again, are third-party vendors. This allows you to break out into their catalog. Same thing with My Place for Parts. These are separate catalogs that work outside of Smartycat, but in a similar fashion. TrainStar, you will find typically mostly drivetrain and transmission components, and it looks very similar to Smartycat in the way it operates. IMC is going to be specifically for exhaust. Again, it's a third-party vendor. OEC Repair Link will connect to dealers that do work within the OEC Repair Link network. Federated Auto Parts and AutoZone, again, is a similar application to what you will find with Napa ProLink. If you're utilizing Smartycat, you may not find much need for these other applications such as AutoZone, Federated, and the Napa ProLink standalone module, which you can remove these icons if you find that it's easier to consolidate to just Smartycat. That can be found under configuration. More about that in another presentation. Beneath the catalog section, you'll find Quick Launch. Quick Launch houses our applications that are built into our writer, such as Tire Quote. Tire Quote will give you quick and easy access to finding tires that you have in stock, along with the vendors that you have accounts set up for. Beneath Tire Quote, you have Smarty Order. Smarty Order allows you to place any orders for products that you have added directly from Smartycat. Beneath that, we have our legacy function, which is eOrder. eOrder has recently been superseded by Smarty Order, so if you're already utilizing the Smarty Order function through Smartycat, you may not find any use for the eOrder option. Beneath eOrder, you will locate Address Book. Address Book allows you to find customer information along with employee information. Beneath the Address Book, you have Reporting. Reporting allows you to access your sales reports quickly and easily. You have multiple batch options under the Reports menu. Beneath Reporting, we have the Configuration option. Configuration is going to control somewhat of the overall look of our writer and how certain things handle within the application. Inventory is just beneath Configuration. Inventory also has its own suite of reports as well, specifically for inventory-based application. Accounts Receivable is manageable for post payments, such as fleet accounts or any RO that has been finalized with a payment still pending. What that means is sometimes you will finalize a fleet vehicle, but the customer is not going to pay you for a certain set amount of days. Accounts Receivable will effectively help you manage that RO until it's fully paid for. Beneath that, you have the full Accounts Payable access. We talked about how we had the Accounts Payable option up at the very top of our writer, but we also have the full application down below. And then, of course, we have Word Processor. And then, of course, our Marketing and Follow-up. Marketing and Follow-up allows you to send those end-of-day emails along with communicating aspects of your shop to your customers. And then the last portion, obviously, is that we have our Work in Progress window and our Estimate windows, which manages basically the workflow of the shop and allows you to see the statuses of each repair order right from this window. You have a comments screen. You can see your service writers along with seeing the technicians assigned to each individual repair order, along with the time that the RO came in and the overall status of each vehicle. This can be the same for both estimates and work in progress.